This is Bridget Row with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, I am recording early today. I'm going to upload this tonight before I go to bed because I have to get up early tomorrow and I won't be able to record at my regular time and then post at my regular time because I'll be asleep. And I wanted to make sure I got you guys a pick-a-pile. So this is going to be who likes you. And what do they want to say to you, okay? So this could be somebody you already know, somebody that has a secret crush, somebody that you don't know that has a secret crush. So we have 1, 2, or 3. Choose your pile, and I'm going to start. Okay. So let's see what we've got. We have the 4 of Cups, the Devil, the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So you could be dealing with, we have water, fire, Capricorn. I'll do these in a second. I got more wands. So I got a bunch of cups and wands. So it's probably either a water sign or a fire sign. It doesn't have to be, of course, but those are the majority coming through. Of course, we have the Capricorn energy coming in. Yeah. So with the 4 of Cups, this could be somebody that you've dealt with in the past that actually either rejected you or you rejected them, because the 4 of Cups is, about rejection. So this could be somebody that you dealt with at one point that either ghosted you or it could have been somebody that, like you're friends with. Maybe they tried to flirt with you and you kind of just weren't having it. So, take it as it resonates, but we'll go a little bit deeper into this. With the Devil, I'm feeling like there's probably some sort of contracts between the two of you. This could also be just somebody that has been distracted by other things in their life, or you could have been distracted by other things in your life. Like you see they're at a party, they're holding a big, pee-pee in their hand. This could be somebody that you've even looked at as like they've kind of screwed you over. That's how I look at this, as like somebody rammed that in your ass, So this definitely could have been somebody that you either hurt or they hurt you at one point. But this is somebody that, maybe likes you. So maybe whatever happened in the past, they're wanting to put that behind them and move forward. Because I do see the 4 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is about like marriage and commitment. For a lot of people within the twin flame community, they consider this, twin flame union because of the 1111 connection to the traditional card with the 4 pillars. With the Ace of Wands, this is about a new beginning, and you see even here there's like this element of family. She's pregnant, he's got his hand over her, and this energy back here, it's like that flame. So this could be a twin flame connection, somebody that has come in and out of your life, not maybe necessarily meaning to hurt you when they come in and out. Maybe they have a karmic partner that they've been dealing with. Maybe they're married to somebody else, but it feels like somebody that wants to have a new beginning based out of passion, okay? So you maybe light their fire in a way that other people don't, which a lot of times the twin flames have a lot of that type of sexual passion between them. And I am seeing this here where I'm sending you sexual energy. So this could even be somebody that you've had sex with in the past. Or maybe your connection was basically just that. Maybe it was like you came together, you got together in a sexual way, and then they kind of just disappeared out of your world, which could have left you in that energy of waiting. With the 3 of Wands, this is somebody waiting for their ships to come in. So this could be somebody that you've been waiting to show back up into your life, or maybe they've come in and out so many times you kind of expect that at some point they're going to return. But I do feel like this person wants to communicate with you. And again, this is about taking action, communication, traveling. So this could even be an issue as to maybe they didn't want to reject you, but maybe they had to travel to another country, or maybe they live far away. This signifies distance to me and having to travel in order to communicate. And again, that doesn't have to be physical distance, that could be emotional distance. So there could just be some sort of emotional distance that's happening at this time. Again, it could be due to their marriage, it could be due to some sort of third-party element, it could be the fact that they just weren't ready to settle down. Maybe they wanted to go out and have fun and party and see what else was out there in the world. But there does seem to be this desire for something new, okay? Something passionate, something like long term. spending your time together. This can also just signify that inevitably you guys maybe feel like you're destined to be together. In the end, you'd be, these two people, and so maybe that's why you continue to wait for this person. We also have the Ten of Cups coming through, so this is emotional fulfillment. I do feel like this person is somebody that would like to give that to you, and we are seeing the Swan, so again, this signifies that type of twin flame energy that a lot of people connect to the Swans. So you may just kind of intuitively know that this is what you're waiting for with this person, that at some point you will hear from them, or at some point you guys will travel to be together again, and you'll have the happy ending that looks like is something that you may both be wanting. So for like physical stuff here, this guy does look to be, pretty much the same within all. I know, like, this guy, obviously he has fair skin, but for some of you, I am picking up somebody with darker skin, like even like a really dark skin. Also, like, short hair. Some have like facial hair like this, but some are clean shaved like that, and that's gonna be like that because there's so many of you out there. But I am seeing some that have not as much of a beard like that, maybe just like a little bit of scruff. Those ones have lighter skin. They have an okay build. They're not like crazy built, but like an average person. And then there's some others that are really, really built. And they have like almost like an African American color, like a really dark one though. Like, it's not just like thick. It's almost black, like that color black, like really dark. I'm seeing a couple people like that. And there's like a chiseled face with this guy. He's very chiseled. His whole body's chiseled. His head, his everything is very chiseled with that person. And there's more than one. There's not like just one. I feel like there's a few different ones that kind of look like that. And then with the lighter guys, like I said, there's some with shaven face, and then there's some with this. So maybe the person you deal with, sometimes they have like a roughness on them, and other times they, just shave it all off. And for the girl, this girl's pretty much the same in all three here. But again, like intuitively, I'm picking up more that there are some with pretty long hair. You could even have like red undertones within your hair. There are some brunettes. The brunettes, it's like you have like you curvy but not huge, and fair skinned. And then I see like some darker skinned girls with like even more curve. But there's a few of you that have like very thin, very, very thin, like athletic built, but very, very thin. And those are just the ones that I'm picking up on. It doesn't have to be that for this to connect with you, but people have been asking for those types of things recently. And like for the guy, for the African American guy, he had like a casual clothing. He looks like sometimes he wears like his caps backwards, but like those like Adidas types of pants. And then like sweatpants. Now that summertime's coming, I'm sure it'll switch up, but that's what I'm seeing with that group of men. And then the other guys, they're kind of like t-shirt and jean wearing peeps. They may not wear a hat because I'm not seeing any. And then what they want to say to you is, I'm sending you sexual energy. So like I said, there's a lot of passion here, a lot of wands. This person, you may just kind of like all of a sudden out of nowhere get that energy of sex. And this person says, I'm staying away because I'm toxic. So this person may feel this way about themselves, or they could be dealing with some sort of things that are toxic in their life, and that's kind of why they've been holding themselves back. So it's almost like I want to protect you, and it's coming out of that place, like I was saying here with that Ace of Wands, like, this loving, nurturing, I want to protect you, and it's almost like I want to protect you from myself type of energy. And then I'm sorry I hurt you. So this person probably did at some point hurt you. Or you could even be saying this to them, but I feel like this person either like maybe just ghosted you, or you guys connected sexually and then they just disappeared out of your life, and they may want to connect with you in that way again, but they like almost like they care about you enough to protect you from hurting you or repeating that cycle. So they are saying, I'm sorry. And then I will reveal my feelings soon. You got it twice. So the first time I ever played with this deck, I asked for messages, and I got these two. Like, one popped out and one was on the bottom of the deck, and I was like, wait a minute. So it's not actually supposed to be in here, but for whatever reason, I got this deck that has two of the same. So what I feel like this is saying is that this person definitely wants to reveal their feelings to you soon. They may even have, like, two sides of them, okay? So, like, sometimes they may feel like they want to, like, stay back, and other times they feel like they really want to come forward, but no matter what is going on with their emotions, it's like they want to reveal these feelings to you, and I feel like inevitably they will. And I do think that things can go good for you, so this person needs to, like, get over the fact that they feel this way about themselves, because I don't feel like they are toxic. I think that they just kind of feel that way, and due to whatever's happened between the two of you. So for somebody to, like, feel that way about themselves usually means the opposite, you know. Like, narcissistic people don't go, like, Googling, like, am I narcissistic? People who are toxic usually don't feel like, they may know that they have toxic tendencies or things like that, but they don't, a lot of times people, like, that are very toxic won't admit to it. So the fact that this person is saying this tells me that they probably aren't. They may just deal with things in their life that feel that way, or they feel badly for things that happened. They may feel even kind of guilty for like, you know, lusting after you, especially if they've been married or in a committed relationship with somebody else. They could feel badly about those feelings, but I feel like inevitably they're not going to be able to hold their feelings back, and that they're really not a bad person. It's just that they've been running from what they feel, okay? And I think a lot of this was just karmic lessons that needed to be learned in order for you guys to come together in a harmonious union. So it's almost like you've known that while you've been waiting. I'm sure you've had doubts in your own things that you've married back that were toxic. You may have even done things to this person that hurt them. But I feel like inevitably some sort of communication and action will be taken that can lead you to a 10 of Cups with this person. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. And we're going to find out, like, who may be, you know, lusting after you at this time and what they want to say to you. So I've got the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Stars, and the King of Cups. So I got a lot of cup energy. You could be dealing with a water sign. We've got Aquarius and Earth signs. I also have Temperance coming through, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. So you could be dealing with an air sign, water sign, earth sign. I feel, you know, just in those, you don't have to be one of those or be dealing with one of those. And also, it could be somewhere else in their chart. You know, people have these placements all over the place. It could be sun, moon, rising, Venus, all of these things. So if you don't know somebody's time of birth, you won't be able to figure out, like, their entire chart. But again, it's just energy. They could just be holding that energy at this time. So the Three of Pentacles, for some of you, this could be somebody that you work with or have worked with, because the Three of Pentacles is about working together to build something stable, something solid. The Pentacles is that earth energy, very grounded, committed, loyal, you know, wants to provide something within the material world. I feel like this person, you know, does, like, you may have even known them for some time, just because it feels like there's something that's been established between the two of you that you've been building towards. But for others of you, this could be somebody all new that you don't even have, like, an understanding or a knowing that they like you. And I'm feeling that because the Ace of Cups is new love, new beginning in love. So it's either somebody that you've known for a while that you've, like, worked with or have, like, built some sort of foundation between the two of you that's been growing over time, or it's somebody that you probably don't even know. You may sense it, but it's like, this is like new love. This may be somebody that has you up on some sort of a pedestal, because with the stars, you know, the star is somebody that has a lot of recognition, has a lot of followers. People, you know, look up to this person. They say that this person's on a pedestal. This, for me, also can indicate starseed energy. So you may be a starseed, or you may just, you could have, like, your own YouTube channel. You could have, like, you could be like an influencer on Instagram, or you could just have a lot of people that you know. Maybe there's a lot of people that you work with, but it feels like whoever this person is that likes you has put you up on a pedestal of sorts. So this is somebody that either you have some sort of long-standing thing that you've built together, or something that is likely someone you don't even realize likes you. But this could even be how you feel about them. So you could be lusting after somebody at work and like want to have a fresh start in love with them. You maybe want to, you know, get romantic with them. Maybe you've placed them up on a pedestal. So always take it, you know, vice versa. With the King of Cups, though, this person does have a lot of emotion towards you. So for some of you, I do feel like this is somebody that you've been with before, and it could be an opportunity coming around in the future for the two of you to start over and to build something more stable. This could come as a result of you rising up within their eyes. Maybe before in the past they didn't recognize it, but now I feel like this person may see some sort of value within you and is like elevating you up and wants to help lift you up. So they want to work together to continue your elevation. Like they see the potential that you have, or they see the potential that you have together to build something, you know, beautiful. And for others of you, if this is somebody that you don't know, I feel like this person's been on the sidelines for a long time, just kind of keeping an eye on you, and has been kind of lusting after you and watching your transformation, like waiting for the opportunity to come in and give you some sort of fresh start within love. But this is somebody that wants something, you know, like the King of Cups sometimes has insecurities. Sometimes it's hard for them to express how they truly feel, but underneath that there is a lot of like love and passion for somebody, and there is that desire to be together. They don't want to just like date. They want to go towards something. Like if you were to find their dating profile, it wouldn't say like, you know, just something casual. This person's looking for something serious. And when we have Temperance, Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess, so I do feel like for some of you this is somebody that maybe in the past the emotions and the passion weren't balanced, and so when they come back around for this fresh start with you, it's going to be more balanced than what it was in the past. And the reason I'm feeling this is because of the Ace of Swords. This is about new communication. So it's either that whoever you've dealt with in the past, they didn't communicate, you know, in a way that expressed a balance between this, or you weren't able to express a balance within this. Something, maybe you just had like maybe you were too emotional and they were too passionate, or vice versa. But I feel like this next opportunity that's going to arise between you, this new communication, this new beginning in love, is going to be more balanced, and you're going to be able to like trust your intuition more. You maybe have learned from in the past. It's almost like you guys have learned by working together in the past, like what works and what doesn't work for the two of you. And you've probably done some healing. They probably have done some healing, so that you could get into a more balanced place by yourselves, so that you could intuitively come together and work together in a much more harmonious way than whatever you were dealing with in the past. And again, if this is somebody new coming in, I feel like this person has a very balanced way within them. Like they're not going to, like I said, they're not going to just come in and be like there for the sex. Like they're going to come in and have a balance between those two things. They may be a little shy, they may be a little reserved, but you're not going to like wonder what their intentions are. You're going to feel like this person's intentions are good. You're intuitively going to pick up on this person, what they may like. They may not say everything out loud, but you're intuitively going to know what they're feeling and saying just by connecting with them. Like I feel like there's going to be a strong telepathic communication that is shared between the two of you. And then for like who this person may look like, I feel like this person probably has some facial hair. The masculine probably has some facial hair, not too long of hair, but like some of them could have like, you know, like you can run your fingers through their hair. Somebody that's strong enough to lift you up and like hold you up, probably be able to make love to you against the wall. Again, like they may have like a pretty nice body. They could have a tan. Some of them could even have like this long beard, okay? Some of them could have really long hair too. I feel like for some of you, there could definitely be like a redhead that you're dealing with, so that could like narrow things down for you, because there's not too many redheads running around. And then for the feminine within this, I do feel like there's a mix. Like there's some of you that are very like dainty, like very short, long dark hair, and probably really pale skin, okay? And then for the other feminines, you could have like long blonde hair. May not be like as long as this, but you definitely have some longer locks. You may dye your hair. Your skin isn't as pale as this woman's, but it's definitely not like, you're not like tan. And then for over here, again, it's just like that same energy. You may even have some like reddish color within your hair, but I feel like it's more brunette for these ones. There's a lot of brunettes here, and you, like I said, some of you may just kind of be, and this doesn't matter, you don't have to look this way for this to fit into this. These are just the ones that Spirit's throwing at me, like the majority of the ones that may be connecting, and I'm seeing multiple, like, men and multiple women. It's not just one or over the other. So yeah, and then what they would want to say to you is, you never leave my thoughts. So this person thinks about you a lot, so this could definitely be either way. I am jealous. So what I'm picking up with that is, if in the past maybe you didn't have a whole lot of attention, but now you are in that star energy, they could be kind of jealous of the fact that there's other people giving you attention. I'm actually picking up too, for some of you, you could have more than one person that's like, so for some, it could be somebody you already know, also dealing with other people that you don't know. So there could be multiple people that are kind of looking at you right now, and that could be making one or more of them jealous. You help me heal. So this person, however you've been connected, there's something within them that's changed due to your connection, due to the way that they feel about you. And I spy on you secretly, so this person's keeping an eye on you, whether you know it or not. Maybe you're connected through social media. Maybe, like I said, you have a large following, so they could just be one of the many, and you don't really know who they are. They could be like saving your pictures, keeping an eye on things that you wouldn't be able to know that they're doing it. Maybe you feel it intuitively, but you're not 100% sure about it. And then look, I put you on a pedestal, so this goes along with this, star energy. Somebody's definitely holding you in high regards. And then I will always be here for you. And again, this fits with either way. I feel like this person wants to be here for you, whether or not you know it. And then for others of you, that if this is somebody that you've already dealt with, it's like even if it left badly or things went wrong between the two of you, I do think they still care about you a lot, and that they will, they would show up for you if something were to go bad or something happened in your world. It's like they would want to be there for you. They'd want to protect you, and that they do care about you. They probably do even love you. So seems like this person does care about you, and you probably can, as the High Priestess, know. All right, so majority of the people that listen are feminines here, so that's why I usually end up reading for the feminines, but you can take this either way. You can be a very intuitive masculine that just, you probably know who this person is. You may even know who the ones are that you've never interacted with, but you may just ignore them because you're not interested in them. I feel like that could be the case for some of you, where it's like, you're like, yeah, I know that person likes me, but I'm just not interested, so I'm going to ignore it. And then we are going to move on. Alright, so we're going to find out who may like you at this time and what they want to say to you. We have the Sun, the Hierophant, the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups. We have the Star. We just had the Star from the other deck. King of Cups and the Two of Cups. Oh, wow, I got Two Cups twice. So right off the bat, you have a lot of divine masculine energy coming through. So you could be in like a high-level soulmate, twin flame type of energy. We definitely have soulmate, twin energy here. You have Taurus energy. You have air energy. You have water sign energy, Aquarius. Again, some like Pisces, water signs. There's a lot of water coming through here. So that could just indicate there's a lot of emotion between the two of you. But we'll start off with the Sun. So the Sun is the happiest card within the tarot. So I feel like this is somebody that would definitely make you happy. Like if you knew that this person, cared about you in any way, it would make you extremely happy. This is probably somebody that you want. Maybe somebody you've been wishing for their love, for their partnership, and it's been strained. Usually in a higher level commitment, there's tests that you got to go through. So I feel like this person is spiritually bound to you or spiritually committed to you. There could be somebody else in their life that they've been dealing with, or there could have been multiple somebody else's that they've been dealing with. You could have been dealing with multiple other people. But I feel like at the end of the day, like this connection is one that's like meant to stand the test of time. This is definitely higher level commitment, divine masculine energy, divine counterparts. Again, Two of Cups, this is partnership, this is soulmates, this is the person you're destined to come together with. You know, no matter how hard you fight it, it's like your souls are always brought back to each other. Your cups always overflow for each other. There's something that is bigger than what you can come, you know, get rid of. You can't just like forget about it. And then with the Six of Swords, I feel like this person wants to come out of the trouble. So maybe in the past, the two of you have had issues getting this off the ground, or you've had issues within communication, because you see the swords back here. So you guys may get along very well, like passionately. You may be able to interact with each other physically with no problem. But when it comes to like communication, there may be some sort of thing that's being held back right now, because the sword is about communication and it's way back here. So it's almost like they want to come out of the troubles when it comes to communication with you. Like I said, I don't feel like you've had a whole lot of issues expressing it physically. I just think that emotionally, there's a whole lot under the surface that's not being told to each other. And it could just be coming from this intensity of it, because this is something that you don't run into every day. This is something that, you know, would be overwhelming, especially if this person or you have had somebody else in your life. That's going to throw a wrench in the process. But I feel like maybe they've run from you too and tried to distract themselves with other people, or you've run into other people to try to forget about this person. But it's like you just keep getting brought back to each other no matter what happens. So I feel like this is most likely for those of you who tuned into this pile, somebody that you know. And if it's not somebody that you know, this is like you're going to know as soon as they show up. It's going to be like, oh, you know, the light shines on this person. You can sense that this is, you know, like they say, like, oh, I knew immediately when I met them that they were going to be my husband, or I knew this was going to be my wife. Like, it's that type of person. So this person may already know who you are, but you may not know who they are. And with that energy of the star, again, this could be somebody that has just kind of put you on a pedestal and has like stood back and kind of watched. But I am noticing there's a lot of temperance energy here too. So I do feel like inevitably this person's like wishing for that union, wishing to rise up. You know, this is what they wish for, is for this type of, you know, commitment and connection to come together. Or this is something you've been wishing for. You're wishing to come out of the troubles connected to this connection, so you can just receive the love and the passion that you've felt for this person. And again, Two of Cups with the dolphins. This is about joy. This is about partnership, love, soulmate, twin flame. This is the person that you have, you know, contracted into this lifetime to come together with. And I do feel like they have a lot of love for you. They have something they want to present to you. But we do know the King of Cups can sometimes, you know, deal with some insecurities in regards to that. Sometimes they can even drink to avoid, you know, expressing their emotions. They can just kind of push them down and push them down and push them down. But I do think this person knows underneath that this is something that they can't really ignore. And I feel that they do hold you in high regards, and you may even have a lot of attention from them that you're not even aware of. Okay, so they may be more committed to you, or more like watching you more than you know. Okay, and then we have I am a mess. Oh wait, I forgot. So for how this person may look, I am actually seeing like very pale people. Okay, like you both have like average build. You're not like huge or tiny or anything like that. I am seeing a lot of brunette men, brunette women, with like pale skin. Some of you, there could be like a lighter skinned African American colored, but not like, I don't know how to say those colors without like, I don't know, like it's not like wicked dark and it's not wicked light, like almost like a Latino color. Definitely, no matter what, whether you're white, Latino, or black, like you never went to the beach yet, okay? I'm sure if you went to the beach, you'd get a little bit darker, but right now, like these people I'm seeing are like still very pale, whether they're black or white. And then here, I do see some, like there is a guy who's pretty big. You know what I mean? But he's not like fat big, he's just big. He could have longer hair and a beard, but for a lot of you guys, like these bigger guys, they may even be a little bit older than you, or they could just have like an older soul than you. For feminines though, there's a majority of brunettes. There are a couple of like blondes with like pretty long blonde hair. It's not like down to your ass or anything, but you have some longer blonde hair. It could be highlighted. This energy that I'm feeling over here is more like these people are more tan. Okay, so this guy is like really, really big, like very muscular, very bigger. Probably has a tan. You may have a tan. I am seeing some of these guys who are like, they're not huge, but they're definitely like, they're very muscular. And then there's some feminines that, it's not like, you're not wicked tiny, but you're not like, you're not voluptuous, okay? You have a nice, like, body. It's just like, you're not like, you know, you're just average. Like, there's nothing wrong with your body. You're just average size. But there's nothing that's like huge or small or about you. It's just like, you're well proportioned. And then there's some of you that are very intuitive, okay? So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, these are divine counterparts. So you may even look like the person that you're interacting with. Like, probably not exactly the same, but you may have similar features or similar eyes or similar, you know, build. If you were like to, you know, swap your sex around, you'd probably end up looking like the person that you're finding out about within this. And like I said, some of the guys do have longer hair. And I feel like for those ones, they're older than you. Like, they have longer hair, longer beard, definitely a little bit older energy, but they don't have to be older than you. You can just feel that way. And again, the way people looked doesn't really matter. If your story fits within to this, your story fits within to this. It doesn't, this is just energy, and this is just what Spirit's showing me. The only reason I'm doing this is because people have been asking for it. But it's hard doing it for freaking 20,000 people. It's like, come on. I don't know. There's 20,000 of you out there. So we have, I am a mess. So like I was saying with this person, they may have a lot of emotions for you, but they may be insecure about them, or they could feel like there's still, you know, turmoil between the two of you. You could even feel like a mess due to this connection. I do feel like if this is a twin flame, then most of this stuff mirrors back and forth between the both of you. I daydream about you. So this person does think about you. They may fantasize about you. They may fantasize about the times you've come together romantically. They may want to get back into that energy with you. I admire your strength. So, like I said, with this star energy, I do feel like this person has watched you. Regardless of you knowing or not, they've seen you rise. I lied to you and I'm sorry. So this person probably either, maybe they came into your life when they weren't fully like available, or they came into your life while they were dealing with somebody else. Maybe they told you they didn't care about you when they actually did, or maybe they said, you know, I want to be with you, but then they kind of hid from you. So there's all different ways that this can come through, but they are sorry about it. And I feel like this is also connected to this. It's like you were strong enough to get over the things that they've done and like still love them. And so I think they admire that strength, that like no matter what, you still care about them, even though they feel like a mess, or even though they feel like they lied to you and hurt you. It's like you're strong enough to put those things aside and not hold it over them. They say dark cloud surrounds me. So like I said, this person may have some fears, some phobias in regards to love. They could be non-committal. Somebody could have really hurt them. You could have really hurt them. And in regards to love, there's just like this dark cloud that like follows them around. They're afraid of it. And that may be again too why they feel like you're very strong, because you're like willing to go back running into this, even though in the times in the past that you've came together, maybe it's ended pretty badly, and they're like, you know, how can she still, or how can he still like care and want to come towards me when this, you know, cloud is here, and I always end up hurting them, or I always end up, you know, doing something, or they always end up doing something. I can't look into your eyes. So again, I feel like this is connected to like I really do love you. I do care about you. I feel the intensity of this, but it's overwhelming to me. Also for some, this is like, I can't look into your eyes because I lied to you. And I know I lied to you, or I know I care about you, and I can't admit to it, so I can't look at you right now, because if I do, it's gonna, like, this is gonna overflow. I'm not gonna be able to hold this back. So that may be why they're not showing up in your world, is because they just can't admit to it yet. And then I thought I knew love until I met you. I thought I knew love until I met you. Okay, so with this, I feel like it's just, you know, like it speaks for itself. Basically, they may have dealt with people before you, or they had an idea within their head about what love was, but when they met you, it was like, whoa, that's not love. Or maybe you've shown them a love that nobody else ever has. Maybe even their own family, or their, you know, people that they thought really truly loved them unconditionally, turned out that there was conditions within that love. So it's like now they actually know that you love them, and that can be overwhelming to them, and that can be like, whoa, like how can I give this back to them in that way? I think they do care about you and love you, but they just don't feel adequate enough to have it after some of whatever's happened here for them to feel sorry and bad, and like this dark cloud hangs over them. Okay, so those are the people who may be crushing on you, liking you, wanting to talk to you at this time, and what they wanted to say to you. So if you like it, like it. If you didn't, you can dislike it. Either way, that helps to find other people who resonate with these messages. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for all your liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you'd like any of my services, they're listed down below. Please read the full description and then email me with either your receipt number or your screenshot of your payment with a brief description about your situation, like what you're asking about, and then however many questions you've ordered. If you're doing like a trance reading or something, and you want it to come from your counterpart, you can ask a few questions in connection to that, go off the time. If it's an hour, you can ask up to like 17 questions. If it's a half hour, you can, probably fit in 7 or 8 questions. But just use your judgment. Try not to write me a novel, and try to make sure that I do know exactly what you're wanting when you send me your email, because I've been having issues with that. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there's a link down below. If you'd like to send anything off of the Amazon wishlist, that is down below as well. And I did make one for the puppies as a special request from somebody. So thank you very much to everybody out there. In Monet, namaste.